Today is a good day. Okay, so I'm actually ready. I think I had razor blade yet. Lost this thing. So, end of a nice work day. Get to see something like this actually delivered and showed up. As long of a wait as it has been to see what we got is just going to be extremely exciting. All right, so okay, so it looks like this is going to be our return line. We have the 8, the larger size here for the feed. I think this is the short line that comes off the pump to the filter. Our goodie bag. We got lots of boxes in here. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's attention to detail. It's got my name on it. I don't know if there's anything, if some of those were used for packing. Spaces here. Okay. That one has my name. That one has my name. That one's got my name. This right here is going to be the fuel pump assembly right here in this big box. I'm going to pull this thing out. I'm going to double check to see if there's anything in here, and I'm going to put some of the packing supplies back in here so that we can get everything separated. And then we'll go through each one of these individually and see exactly what's here and go over what we got. Alright, we got the fuel pump rewiring here. Here is our fuel pump assembly. Yes. How can you get any nicer than something that looks like this? Everything's nicely labeled. Man, she is ready to make some power, boys. Now I'm going with an E85 sender, so that should be here also in one of these boxes. We'll shut this one up. All right, look at that. Here's our fuel level sender. And what we got here? Here's our regulator. Look at that, nice liquid filled gauge. Let's see what's in this one. Okay, so I believe this is the kit for dressing up the fuel rail. The little fitting ends, look at that, like they're flared out. It's just going to give that polished boomba rail I have a really awesome look. Just never ends. It's like Christmas came early. I also got a clutch kit. Look at that. Man, this is really going to add to the look that I'm going for underneath this hood. Oh boy. Okay, so here is everything that's labeled. Like I said, this stuff comes, it is spot on. Here is the vacuum regulator kit. Here is everything, like I said, labeled. Fuel filter mounting clamp, fuel line mounting clamps. Spot on. Install in-rail inlet. Install between the regulator. Look at that, man. And here is the filter. You gotta have a filter for your fuel. Look at how nice this is. So, you know, this is everything that we got. We have an 8 feed, 6 return. We have the filter here with an 8 that runs through it. We have all of our supplies to mount everything, install everything. The return line, the fuel rewire kit, the dress up kit for the fuel rail, the fuel pump. What do we got? One of these is clutch. I got our E85 sender because we're going to be putting E85 on this thing. And our clutch rewire. Here's our regulator. Just one extremely nice fuel setup. I did kind of open everything on a hood. So I'm going to get everything cleaned out of here. And I'm going to go over this stuff again. So we'll get a chance to see what this stuff looks like up close and personal. And see what everything looks like. And I am excited now to get my car back in here. Because I really want to hear that thing run. So we'll check this thing out some more. Okay, so last night I was able to get everything unboxed. You've seen it as I was unboxing everything. I have a couple extra things in here right now. I just wanted to get everything together. These are the fuel injectors that Run It Performance also helped me get. They are the FIC 1650s. They are direct plug for the build. They actually, you know, the FICs come in this really nice case. If there's anything extra, they will include it, and it's usually up underneath here. I'm sure there's probably a flow chart and everything else will be up behind this. for the injectors. Okay. Here is our fuel pump. I opted to go with the 6 return and the 8 feed on this fuel system. So that's what we have. We also have a 525 pump in here. So it'll fit in just like this, and you can connect your lines. I will have to connect up my E85 safe sending unit right there. But, you know, how can you complain about anything when it's all labeled and, you know, self-explanatory on how you install this stuff? These are not rubber hoses, so they will not deteriorate over time. That's another thing I actually like about it. Very nice. Okay, so here is our sending unit. It's supposed to be E85 safe. I'm not sure what the differences is in them. You know, so we'll just have to find out. Now, for the boomba fuel rail, which I had ordered somewhere else, he can get these nice sets here. These are set screws that will go into all of these fittings here and just give this a nicer look. So it's not a bolt, it's actually a flared round end right there to go onto the boomba rail. You know, one little black thing to fill that in. Just give this polished rail a little bit more flair, you know, so it looks a little bit better. And that's a nice touch that he offers. So you guys can check that out. On the end of the rail, there is this setup right here. It tells you exactly where to install this. So this will be installed on the end of my rail. So it'll screw in, and then one will go to the return right here. So this will mount on the side end of the rail just like this. If you want to see, this is what those nice end cap fittings look like when they're actually installed in something. But this is a relay, or not the relay, this is the regulator, the fuel regulator that he offers and carries. It's a little bit different than the Aeromotive ones that pretty much are primarily used. I actually like it. Looks pretty cool. Okay, so that'll mount that on. Then you have right here, this goes in the relay, the rail, okay, and this comes off of our feed line, which will be this one. So it'll probably have this right here, will go into that, and then it'll go into the top of our rail, because our feed line is a number 8, so it has the larger fittings. There's not really much difference visually, but if you look here, you can kind of see our feed is on the left and our return is on the right, so you can see a size difference. Gently set these off to the side. Okay, so that's where that one goes. I got somebody out here assisting me at the moment. Hello, dear. What do you think? Fancy fuel setup here. Okay, so sit down here. Let's watch. Sit. There you go. All right, so we have the inline fuel filter with our 8s, which will go in line here. There's actually 2 separate lines. So we have our big one, which will come off of the filter and go to our rail, and then the small one mounts off of our pump and goes to our filter setup there. Okay, now he also includes the vacuum regulator kit. Gives a really nice quality tee here. This is made out of aluminum, and some silicone hose to run the vacuum to your fuel regulator right off of your rail there. Here is a clamp to mount your fuel filter. It goes over top, and you can screw that in with some self tappers. Here are some clamps with some bolts to mount your fuel line. All right, we also have the fuel, man, why am I forgetting this? The rewire kit. Okay, so this taps power directly off of the back side of the alternator and then runs down off of a relay with a fuse, and it makes it a lot nicer because it helps keep the current up, because you're not flowing through that small gauge wire that runs through the inside of the body harness, because this fuel pump will be definitely using more power. All right, now we are pretty much down to this one last little box back here. I wanted to upgrade the hydraulic clutch line. Most of the ones that you see offered are, how can you say it? They're like the chrome, and then they have that plastic coating on, and then over time they actually start to, they'll actually start to change colors and yellow. So I wanted to go with black just because black is everything else. Black and chrome and orange are pretty much my main three colors that I'm staying with this car. So this is going to add a nice little look when you're looking down in there. Just, it's all the little touches. Not only that, it is an upgrade also. So hopefully we can get all of this stuff installed here really soon, along with our wiring, and get this car fired up, get it tuned, and slowly here hopefully get to enjoy this, all this stuff right here. So I'm just going to close this out right now as far as the opening box video, and just doing a little bit of going over and review on a lot of this stuff that is here. If you have any questions, you can contact them, Run It Performance right there. You can look him up on Facebook. He does have a Facebook page. He's usually pretty decent with his responses. I know he has some stuff up on eBay also, but if you contact him, he does do custom work, which a lot of this stuff is custom stuff. So all right, we're out.